Greetings and salutations, students. Professor Dork here, back at some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the PlayStation 5, Road to Platinum. If you like my content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell for more content. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. As always, let's play. Alright, so we only got a couple quests left here in the Citadel, so we're going to go ahead and do signal tracking. I believe there's one more after that. And then I should be done, and I can go ahead and start adventuring out in space. Okay, signal tracking, financial district of the Presidium. I'm just seeing if there's any other quests. Okay, it looks like this is the only one I have left, actually. Fast travel. I think the only thing I need to do is talk to Kahoku about Armistice Banes before I head out after this quest is complete. Okay, financial district. Okay, there's the signal.
Another.
Okay, Emporium. Okay, I know exactly where that is.
Wherever it is, there's somewhere in the city.
Back here where I found that one secret keeper.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Oh, that's not good.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that, when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Let's see.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by C-Sec officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
That's smart.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Let's see. There, got it. I didn't even look that up. I was just taking a guess at it and got it. Alright, and I leveled up too. Alright. I'm going to put another point in the lift. Go ahead and put another point in the adept. Because I'm going to need the cooldown as quickly as I can get it. So right now I have it at 12%, and my biotic protection is 18%. Alright, decryption is maxed out. Okay, advanced hacking is going to be really good for when I go to Theorem to recruit Tally. See if I can buy some upgrades.
Commander, it is good to see you again.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, Hugh.
Okay, that's heavy armor. I can't use that. I can only use light. Shields and the biotic tech is really good, but the damage protection is crap. Yeah, I don't see anything good. Take a look at your upgrades.
Oh, this one is pleased.
Okay, there we go. Heatsink 3, I will purchase that. Other than that, I don't really need anything. Okay, 14% heat absorption. Okay, 12. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the Citadel. I don't think there's anything else. The only other thing I would think of is there's a lady talking to a man about a child, but I think that's when you come back later on in the game. Because they would usually be over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk to Kahoku about Armistice Banes and then leave. Where's Kahoku? Oh yeah, he's over there. I mean, I did pretty good. I mean, I've jumped up to level 12. I forgot to level up Ashley. Let's see, weapon damage 5%. And then damage 19, accuracy 28. Yeah, we'll go with that.
No, I'm waiting to speak. Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel.
The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them. Please, Shepard, I'm counting on you.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll do it. But at least now I know about Armistice Baines. Want to absolutely confirm that he was KOA. Okay, let's see here. I think it would be CSEC. Yeah, that's where I need to go. Yeah, to be honest, the Citadel is the most boring part of this entire game.
Is it common for human women to be front-rank fighters, Chief Williams? I know that Salarian women do not serve in the military.
It's becoming more common, but it took a long time to prove that ladies could handle an assault rifle or a shotgun.
On the flotilla, we don't have the luxury of sexism. We need the best hands for every available job.
Sounds nice, but I don't think I could get used to the uniform.
Because with how boring the Citadel is, it kind of reminds me of Terrace from Knights of the Old Republic, first one.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew?
Oh, hell
now's the
yeah.
time.
Let's give one hell of a speech.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Our enemy knows we're coming.
When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too.
Humanity needs to do this.
Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Alright, +4, Paragon.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to everybody before we head out. Because a lot of these characters have personal quests that need to be completed.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alright, good. I can get some codex entries as well.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Okay, I don't need
Goodbye,
anything
Commander.
from Dr. Chakwas. Her name is just basically Hacksaw backwards. Okay, personnel manual. Alright, so that's my quarters. Another thing I really like about this game is the fact that there's actually a store on the ship. All the licenses I've been purchasing, he'll get items from those companies, and then I can buy the supplies from him.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Yeah, him and the CSEC vendor are the two best vendors in the entire game.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, there's Spectre Master Gear starting to show up. Scorpion is pretty good armor. At 11,000, I would definitely buy that Scorpion 4. Cipher tool. Okay, I'll take the grenade upgrade.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
Well, Garrus, if you do it outside the rules, then you're no better than Saren. And yet, that's the exact reason why you don't like Saren, is because he does things outside the rules.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
You're good. You're a good guy, Garrus. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Okay, I think Kaidan has an upgrade that I kind of need. Okay, he's fine.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duties squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
Okay, how about you, Grunt? I'm sorry, Rex. I don't know why I call him Rex Grunt.
What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
No, it's not.
So your people were
Shepard's completely in the wrong on that one.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Rex is absolutely correct.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Basically what he's getting at is Krogan are basically the Mandalorians of the Mass Effect universe. Being bounty hunters, bodyguards, soldiers, mercenaries for hire. And they're dying out just like the Mandalorians.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, there's some more codex entries. Alright, fuel integrity monitor. Going at 0.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
Really like all the lore in this game.
So the ultimate power...
So it reminds me of Star Trek.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to
Yeah, and you
allow
probably
them
shouldn't have
to
done
perform
that.
more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Well, at least they didn't turn into Skynet.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built
They wanted to survive.
their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly
Yeah, that's
sentient
exactly
Geth
what
would
you guys were
rebel
doing
against their
once they
situation.
became sentient.
We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space.
That's because they had no reason
to
to.
reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Everyone.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us
It's a test.
out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
Well, not only that, but it makes them stronger with experience and toughens them up and everything. Kind of like when Spartans would send youngins up to a mountain, and then they would have to fend for themselves, and then when they came back, they would be full-fledged Spartans, and it would make the entire army stronger. That's what it kind of reminds me of, anyway.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Alright, got some more codex. I don't believe there's any more. Alright, let's go ahead and start going out and exploring. Dig site, we're gonna go to Argos, bro. Surveying planets is how we're gonna get money and stuff. Okay, got a Turian's insignia.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
General distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport. Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Okay, level 2 heat hazard. Okay. Alright, gas deposit of helium-3. Check can room. Okay. Gonna go ahead and land. Okay, I'm gonna take Garrus and Rex. They need them for 5 missions. Okay, we got a solo trophy, Medal of Exploration 1. Okay, advanced sabotage. Okay, advanced first aid electronics. So he's got warp, throw, barrier. Yeah, he's got some really good stuff. Okay, advanced warp. Okay, unlocks throw. Stasis is really bad. I'm not going to use that. Okay, melee. Resistance to physics force by 30%. Let's see, map. This terrain can be really annoying to navigate. We need these anomalies because it'll give us materials and allow us to get a lot more money. Okay, another Turian insignia.
Just lead the way.
Okay, transponder signal. I have to admit, this volcanic planet's pretty cool. I'm just glad that they gave the Mako some more weight, because in the original game this thing was bouncy as hell. And it just was not very fun to drive. Okay, high caliber barrel 2, hardened weave 2. It'd be kind of confusing what terrain you can drive up and what terrain you can't drive up. The way the Mako looks kind of reminds me of the old Lunar Rover. Oh, there's a resource. Definitely going to want that. Because that's going to generate a lot of money.
Some action.
Okay, rare element. Oh, there's probably Geth.
There's a wreckage. The signal must be coming from there.
Yeah, there's a trap.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Amateur. Okay, I think we're clear. Okay, so we need 20 of each and 6 gases. 13 emblems. Alright, so that's going to be in the Hades Gamma. I hit the wrong button. Sometimes you want to check asteroid belts. Okay, Prothean data disk. Go around this asteroid belt. Okay, nothing there. White metal. Okay, that's the planet we gotta explore. Alright, rare element. Well, at least there's more terrain that I can have an easier time driving on. Alright, max out adept. There, got charm increased. Okay, advanced throw. Master sabotage. Alright, let's see. Anomaly, debris, hidden structure. Okay. In fact, let me see where my money is. It's about 8,000 credits. Big mountain.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Joker will be fine. I know where I'm going. Alright, there's a Prothean pyramid right there. Okay, matriarch writing recovered. And I'm going to go up to the pyramid and see if there's a data disk in it. Okay, nothing there. Looks like I don't have a problem really driving up this thing. Oh sweet, there's a medal. Alright, time to make some money. Heavy metal. Sweet. I'm coming up on the debris. Oh, it's my electronics. Alright, I'll just go to the hidden structure then. I just gotta get 5 missions with Rex and Garrus. This is a big open area. I gotta admit, the atmosphere is really immersive and absolutely beautiful. I like this. I like seeing all the cracks in the sand too. I wish more planets had terrain like this where I could just drive around and just enjoy the atmosphere, you know? So what I can do is I can complete this and then I'll switch the character and then I can go back and see if there's a item in that probe that was back there. That base.
This place.
Have you been here before?
No, but I was planning to come here before you and I met. This place belongs to a Turian scum named Ton Actus. It's a long story, but he's got something that belongs to me.
Well, what is it?
Family armor. It's been with us for over 5 generations. Turian military took it from my father's father after the war. Somehow this ass wound up with it. I want it back.
We'll get it back. Now let's move.
Right behind you.
Yep, let's get that armor for you, Rex. I know how important it is to you. Come on out, pirates.
Now it gets fun.
Medic!
Miniature deployed.
I might be able to use throw on him. There, of course, we can turn him into a pinata. Pirate. Let's see, we got shield boost, barrier. I'll hit him with warp. Let's go with overkill. I just really need better armor. that guy's dead. And you slipped on that guy. I got him. I'll hit him with throw. Let's see. This game is definitely challenging when you're a low level. Alright, got him. Okay, chemical rounds 3, improved sighting 2. That round's nice. Finally, some good gear. Heatsink capacity. Yeah, those are crap. Omni tool. Okay, 5, 10, 8. Yeah, that's better than what I got. Okay, chemical rounds 3. Put that in there. Okay, let's see. Increase force of throw. Okay, lift to duration of 9.8 seconds. Let's see. Recharge time to 50 seconds. Okay, advanced throw. Increase size and strength of Mass Effect field and allows you to throw more often. Yeah, that's going to be very useful. See, to unlock Singularity, I need to start increasing Warp as well. Okay, no items back here. forgot to check armor, didn't I? Okay, those are human. Shields are good, but everything else sucks. I'll just sell them. What's my money at? 14,000. Okay, Solaris Amp 3, Gemini Amp. Okay. That's the same as what I got. I can give that to Caden. Alright. New grenade mod.
This is it. I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Rex touches his grandfather's armor, his expression thoughtful perhaps. Krogan a hard read. Then he shakes off his bemusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Well, I inadvertently got Rex's personal quest done, so that was easy. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and hit that probe since I put some points into electronics for Garrus. Now, this location was part of that quest for Helena Blake, where she wanted two criminal syndicate bosses neutralized. So that's one of them. At least I got a lot of goods I can sell and make some money. See, that's the one thing I miss about Mass Effect was having all the different kinds of ammo types and all the different kinds of armor. 'Cause, you know, this is a true RPG, and then 2 and 3, they're just pretty much bare bones RPG. That's why this one will always be my favorite. Really like the immersion, the atmosphere, the RPG elements, the dialogue, the lore, the exploration. However, even though I'm saying that, I still don't like Mass Effect Andromeda. That game was terrible. But this one is just really fun because it's simple and easy. Oh, it's still low. Okay, I'll have to switch characters then. Master Overload. Okay, Hack will now work on more advanced robotic enemies. Okay, Sentinel. I'm gonna max that out for him. Alright, there's advanced lift. Lasts longer, less time to recharge. Bigger field. Go ahead and give him barrier. I usually always use Caden until I get Liara, because he's a really good biotic. But once you get Liara, you won't need him anymore. Unless you want to pair, you know, him and Liara together and then have your character with biotics and then just constantly casting lift on pretty much everything. But I wouldn't recommend that because you need someone with tech expertise. That's why you want Tali. Because I consider Liara and Tali to be the two best characters in this entire game. Rex is also insanely good. I gotta drive all the way back over there. See if I can go over this mountain. Hopefully I can decrypt it now. Yep. Okay, armor plating. Yeah, I got some good stuff out of that. Okay, toxic seals. Armor plating, 9% damage protection. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. I think I'm done with Argus Row. I didn't see any more planets. Gemini Sigma. Looks like I got 1, 2. Okay, there's a ship. Alright, let me go sell some loot real fast. Hopefully I can get a better armor.
Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know I had a Quarian armor. Okay, I got organics, synthetics, I'm gonna keep that. Vicinity rounds are pretty useful. Radioactive is worthless. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to hold on to that. I think I'm going to give that to my guy because of that cooldown bonus. Alright, I got 23,000 credits. Okay, so that's 237,000. Okay, so I thought I saw a Scorpion armor that was light armor. It's not in the inventory anymore. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna purchase that. Else. Yeah, I want that 18 cooldown bonus. Yeah, transfer upgrades. I can get the Scorpion one, Caden. That anymore. Go ahead and convert it. Pistol's not very good. Let's see, where's Caden at? Gives him a better amp for now. Until I get Liara, then I'm going to take that off of him and give it to her.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
Okay.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Let's see here.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one, lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Damn.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vakarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Oh, she is right.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know.
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
Well, it's better than running with a gang on Earth. That's what I was doing before I enlisted.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit?
Yes, sir.
Well, at least I got her to fall in line.
We wouldn't have been cut down
Because
by
the way
an
she was
ambush.
acting was not okay.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Alright, another Codex entry.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
You would have made a damn
Well, I was
fine
targeted
inspector.
as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Yeah, that's where you're wrong, Garrus.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Don't mention it, Garrus. You're awesome. Don't think Tally has anything to say, but I'll check in with her real quick anyway.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's
A
about.
whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
The only other person left to talk to would be Kaidan. I think he's this way.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for... Commander?
See if that equipment's any good. Okay, that assault rifle's pretty damn good. I can give those to my teammates. Let's see, what level am I anyway? 14. Okay, nothing there. Go ahead and check the asteroid belt. Okay, there's nothing in the asteroid belt. Alright, light metal discovered. Okay, another medallion. Okay. Shit.
Empty.
Everything's shut down. Only basic life support is running.
Hear that? We're not alone. That was no accident. The whole place is a trap. Bring it on.
Well, someone doesn't want us in here. Go ahead and equip my teammates with new weapons. Yeah, you don't need that. That's crap.
They say Jacob's gone. They say his brain isn't functioning anymore, and they want to shut off his machines. But Jacob's the only thing in the world that matters to me. I don't know how to help him, and it's tearing me up inside. I just feel so helpless, so damn angry. Dr. Smith gave me some meds to calm down, but I didn't take them. I can't. Not until I figure out a way to help Jacob. I won't give up on him. I won't!
Okay, let's give me a little bit of an idea what's going on in here.
Jacob is showing no signs of brain activity. There's nothing more we can do for him. He wouldn't want to be kept alive by machines, so we're going to disconnect the life support. Dr. Smith is worried about Julia's reaction, though. She can't seem to let Jacob go. The stress is making her implants flare up, causing intense migraines. It'll probably be easier for everyone if we don't tell her until after we shut the life support down. Give her a chance to... Julia, what are you doing here? Why are you...
Okay, well that explains what happened. She didn't want the life support getting shut off and she killed the crew. Hey, she's a biotic. Kessler, Hammerhead, any person. Okay, level up. So I would need that much. No, I don't need stasis. I need singularity, though. Okay, decryption. Electronics. Let's go with electronics. Okay, master overload.
Jacob's not going to make it. His brain was deprived of oxygen for too long. There's nothing any of us can do for him now except let him die with dignity. It's what he would want. I'm more worried about Julia now. She's showing signs of severe depression. I gave her some meds that should help, but I better warn the captain.
Well, there she is right there. Yeah, dead.
That machine's keeping him alive.
No brain activity. He's dead. His body is nothing but an empty shell.
Maybe we should shut the machine down. It's the merciful thing to do.
Your call, Shepard. But maybe we should wait until we know more about what's going on before we do anything. It wasn't easy, but that was the right thing to do.
Alright, that was an easy mission. Shock absorbers. What does that do? Okay. Let's see. Protection against high impact ammo and bioarchitects such as lifted throw. Okay, so that's what that does. Okay, there's nothing else in here. I'll go ahead and leave. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, there's a lot of plants here. Okay, got light metal. Okay, another matriarch writing. Sweet. Okay, so this is where I gotta land. Alright, another silver trophy, Medal of Exploration 2. Okay, so we got debris and Syndicate hideout. Okay. Alright, there's a medal over there I need to survey real fast. Oh, there was a anomaly there? I was about to say, I didn't even see it. It's like gold. Yep, that's exactly what it was. Okay, heavy metal. Sweet, 1,000 credits. Oh, looks like I'm gonna get a medal. There you go, turn it around. We've got quite a drive. I don't blame these syndicates for hiding on planets like this. I mean, there's no one here. No one ever would think to look for a syndicate here. Plus, using the elements as camouflage is very smart. Toxic seals 2, any personnel rounds 3.
Just lead the way. I'm here for you.
Okay, I didn't know that my Mako could do that. So if I hit L1, it does this. That's cool. I never knew the Mako could do that in all the years I've played this game. I wonder if you can use that to get up terrain. Yeah, I think that's what it's made for. So I'd say I don't see anything in this room. Alright, level up. Once they just stand there so I can shoot them. There, just got another bronze trophy. Throw mastery unlocked. Where's the last? Okay, there we go. Hit him with overload and warp. Okay, Time Lord defeated. Lena was right, these guys had quite the operation going. That's all going to change. One down, just one more to go.
Got him.
Alright, see if we can find some loot. Wetware kit. Okay, Gemini amp 3, Unity amp. Okay, that pistol's actually pretty damn good. It's not bad. I'm gonna hold on to that. Kessler I'll break down though. Okay, got a better amp. The Unity one is okay. Okay, I got some armor for you guys. Yeah, it's better than what you got. Unfortunately, Garrison's got to wear pink. Oh, his armor is actually way better than that other one. Okay, I got a heavy armor. I can give that to Ashley. Pistols, are those any good? No, they're crap. Okay, good. I got another heat sink. Gonna definitely want to keep those. Okay, stimulant pack. What does that do? Okay, that I'm gonna definitely use because that's cooldown. That way I can use my biotic powers more. Cooldown is gonna be the most important thing. See. I'm gonna go ahead and max out lift. Alright, got master lift. So that now gives duration of 12 seconds, recharge time of 40 seconds, and accuracy cost is 40%. Radius to 6 meters. Okay, that's really good. Okay, I almost got decryption and electronics maxed out for Garrus. Okay, one more point and a warp and throw, and those are both done. I think this solar system is done for now. Okay. I hit Hades Gamma. Okay, before we do it, I'm gonna go sell some loot. Oh, yeah, that's a codex entry. I'm going to need that.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what...
You bet, man.
Okay, I'm gonna sell. Keep those for now. Keep the incendiary rounds for now. Shock absorbers, that could be kind of useful, so I might hold on to that. Toxic seals would only be good for like Rachni and those Thorian creepers. I won't really need that. Don't need hardened weave. Okay, 22,000. Okay, that one's a really good pistol. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and purchase that. The accuracy sucks, but I might buy that. No, I don't need that. I'll just save my money.
Commander, good to see you. Commander, how are you?
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense,
okay,
if I had been... Looking forward to it, sir.
Okay, no new dialogue. Okay, let's see. Ashley's locker. Nothing for her. Let's see. Callie. She doesn't need an assault rifle, she needs a pistol. Okay, other than that, I don't really have anything for her. Let's see, where's Caden at? Might have some gear for him. I'll give him that because of that cooldown. Yeah, he doesn't need the pistols. See, how about I think hers was 160, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Then that assault rifle I don't need. It doesn't look like I could talk to anybody, so I'm just going to keep doing side quests. Okay, nothing there. Alright, so that's where I gotta land. Okay, gas deposit, nice. Another matriarch writing. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't see anything else. Oh, there's one more planet. Alright, sweet. Rare element. That's going to be worth quite a bit of money. Got anomaly, research base, debris, another anomaly. Alright, I think it would be best to drive probably to this, then the base, then up to the anomaly, then the debris, so that way I'm not backtracking. to access the camera. How do I escape? Okay. Definitely something over here. Okay, another Turian insignia. Let me check my journal. Okay, so I need 3 Solarian tags and 9 medals. And I need 7 Asari writings, 6 Prothean artifacts. Okay. That won't take long to get all that. Oh, that's a pressure mall. Yeah, I don't want to fight that. That's in my ass. Yeah, that acid's got ridiculous range from that pressure mall.
Nobody's been here for a while.
Recoil damper.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
Yeah, we don't need that. Shotgun's pretty good though. You know, the damage is weaker. I'm not gonna use it. Alright, I gotta drive over there. Well, considering that there was a research team here and it's derelict, it's a pretty safe bet they're dead. The real question is, I gotta determine what took them out. Yeah, it was Geth. There's a lot of husks.
I've seen this before. Machine cultists. The survey team must have unearthed some alien technology that turned them into mindless fanatics.
Whatever
There's
they
some
found,
Yuri
it's
Rogue
all
in there.
gone now.
That orb was really creepy. Oh, we got more. Okay, that accounts all of the Exogeny survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by device similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. Another heavy armor. I'll just end up selling it. Wait, is that pistol better than mine? No, that one's mediocre. Sludge canister. Let's see, medium armor. I can't use that at all. Yeah, I was hoping there would have been one more locker or something down there instead of just that one sludge canister. Oh, that was a secret crate right there. I didn't notice. Okay, but hopefully that's a good armor. 988 9. I'll hold on to it for now. That assault rifle sucks. Would it be closer to drive to that and then up? Well, it doesn't matter. On that way anyway. Oh, okay. So it caused a bunch of probes and stuff to crash. So really nothing important. Disappointing. Looks like there's an enemy near it. Some scavengers. Alright, level up. Okay, got another heat sink. That's going to be super useful. Okay, 2 more points and then Thro's maxed out, and then I can work on trying to get Singularity. Encryption's done. Electronics is almost done. Alright, there's Master Warp. Effect, radius, duration. Master Throw. Let's see, 6 meters, 20 seconds duration, recharge time 40 seconds. 80%. See if I can give Rex a better amp. Unfortunately, I don't have one for him. Okay. Farinata, Dis. Oh, I know Dis. That's where the Batarians found the Leviathan of Dis. Because I remember they made a companion book back in the day, and it talked about that.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, we've got a situation that requires your expertise. A group of fanatical biotics have kidnapped the chairman of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies. Their freighter sustained damage and is dead in space. Get in there and take them down.
What are the biotics asking for?
They're L2 biotics, and most of them are suffering major side effects from the implants. The subcommittee denied a request for reparations to all L2 biotics. Apparently they'd like the chairman to reconsider.
What's the priority on saving the chairman?
Saving him would be my preference, but we must make it clear that these tactics don't work, Commander. Your top priority is to neutralize the biotics.
What kind of resistance should I expect?
The biotics were seen loading equipment into the freighter. Expect traps and combat drones. Nothing you can't handle.
Understood, Admiral. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate you taking the time, Commander. I'm sending you the last known coordinates of the freighter. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
That's going to be a fun assignment. There's the Prothean data disk. Go ahead and scan the asteroid belt. Nothing on that one. Oh, there we go. Okay, light Metals surveyed. Okay, rare element unlocked. Let me save before I do this. Okay, I gotta fight my way through a bunch of biotics.
Intruders, kill the hostage!
Okay, I know what to do. It's gonna be crazy, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to run past all of them.
See how it is? You write letters and everyone ignores you. Force is the only thing people appreciate. So how about if I kill Chairman Burns and finish this charade? Please, I was trying to help you people.
Let's not do anything we're all going to regret.
Why not? What have we got to lose? Since the chairman here decided that we didn't get reparations, we've got nothing left to live for.
But I've changed my mind. Seeing you all, it's clear that you all deserve...
You had your chance. Some L2s are nearly crippled from side effects of the implants, but you voted against reparations.
Think about this. Burns is the one man who can help you.
Yes, if you release me, I can take another look at the reparations request.
What, we're supposed to trust you? Sure, you promise us freedom and say everything will be fine, but as soon as we surrender, you'll double-cross us.
I'm not promising to let you go. All I'm saying is that Burns will take another look. Right, Burns?
Absolutely. I had no idea that the L2 biotics were this desperate. If I'd known, the reparations will come. For whatever it's worth, I promise that.
You're right. I don't want to die. Maybe something will happen this time. We surrender.
Thank you, Commander. I thought I was dead when they took me. I'll see to it that the reparations discussion is reopened. I didn't know they were so desperate.
A 5th Fleet cruiser will be by shortly to pick you and the prisoners up.
Alright, +8 Paragon. That's why I made sure to max out my charm. Alright, another heat sink. Okay, Kessler. Yeah, I'm just gonna scrap that. I don't need it. There's one hostage crisis that's really hard. It's one with a bunch of crazy biotic scientists that are walking around and you gotta fight through a whole bunch of them. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad at all, I must say.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Thank you for dealing with the hostage situation, Commander. Chairman Burns was quite impressed by the way you resolved the situation peacefully. Your assistance above and beyond the formal duties has been noted, Commander. 5th Fleet out.
That's what it is to be an Alliance Marine and a Spectre. Can't see. Okay, nothing on that one. Alright, light metal. Alright, another ice planet. Sweet Turian insignia. Okay, another light metal. Should be getting close to getting the trophy for Garrison Rex. Okay, Syndicate hideout. Okay, so this should be the last Syndicate. We got Crash, Escape Pod, Anomaly, and Debris all together. Alright, I'll hit the hideout first. Alright, no metal I can see there. So it's like literally right next to it. Alright, sweet heavy metal. And I see you hiding in the tower thing. I can get him with lift. There we go. I'm surprised that throw missed. All I got left is warp. I hate it when lift doesn't work. I need to like cast it next to him so it lifts him. So do that from now on. that's both of them, no doubt. Helena, Blake will be overjoyed to learn that these two scum are no longer a problem. Okay, chemical rounds 3, phasic rounds 3. Okay, chemical rounds 3. Yeah, I don't have a higher one yet. Alright, let's check these side rooms, see if we get anything good. Okay, that's a dead end. Hoping for some decent equipment, but everything I get is pretty much garbage. And I'm not getting really any good equipment. Seeing what my money's at. Yeah, I almost got 50,000 credits. So I'm slowly getting up the money to where I can buy Spectre Master Grade pistol. That's really what I'm going for. Develop that. Another medallion. Okay, throws maxed out. Now I'm gonna focus on trying to get Singularity. Okay, electronics is done. go. Debris. I was about to say, cryo rounds suck. Those don't even do anything. Okay, it looks like NTS is the last one I need to go to here. Yeah, I've already been here. At least I'm pretty sure I've been here. Yeah, I think I have. Only like what, 3? Okay, Voyager cluster, Amazon. Is that the only one that's there? Yep.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission-complete burst from one of them.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
That's why he wants me to take care of it.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster? That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there. It's also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
We'll get on it immediately, Admiral. And we'll be discreet.
I appreciate that, Commander. Good luck. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay. Right, another rare element. another Turian insignia. Okay, gas deposit. Alright, before I go and do this quest, I am going to do some selling. Oh, sweet, it just made 4,000 credits.
Looking for supplies? You bet, Commander.
Okay, let's see. It's a pretty good medium armor. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, it just lowers accuracy. It's crap. Okay, 266,000. So I need 142,000 for the pistol. Okay. And I don't see anything useful.
Commander, good to see you. You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Damn, that's a lot of money.
Somebody's making a
For
killing.
a pair of balls.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
That's messed up.
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess. But only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't
sound
care
like
about the
Saren
fate
again,
of those
Garrus.
hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Absolutely. Alright, got Garrus's personal quest now.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Okay,
no offense.
same
I
thing.
appreciate the rescue. I just wish... If I had been more alert.
We'll talk later.
Looking forward to it, sir.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up. To stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while,
Oh, Rex is very smart.
some of the tribes
Genuinely cares about his people.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Really, it was your dad.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
I don't blame him one bit.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
No. Now that I have my family's armor again, there's nothing left for me.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yeah, it seems like everybody wants to talk except Kaidan.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Well, considering all the Geth we're fighting, I'm sure you're gonna find something useful.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire
Really,
race
her
is in
dad's
his hands,
a
and I'm his only child.
leader of the Quarians. Holy crap.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both
you
me
ain't gonna
and
fail.
my father.
You're in the right place.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard.
Oh, it won't.
First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now, I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
I want to talk about something else.
Oh, he's a leader of your people, and he's got 17 million lives riding on his responsibility, so, you know, he's got to do what he has to do.
See you later.
So it's very stressful. Alright, let's go ahead and do this planet. I don't think Kaidan's going to talk yet. I mean, I can try, but I don't think he's going to say anything.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for...
Alright, never mind.
Commander.
Boy, he's less talkative than Ashley is. Not seeing anything. Let's go ahead and land and do this mission. Alliance homing beacon, debris. I definitely like this planet, like how it's all red. Seeing that big red star there is really cool. Very pretty, but eerie at the same time. It's like being on Mars. I hate it when the terrain's a pain in the ass to drive up it. This planet's gonna be a pain in the ass to drive on. Alright, I'm gonna have to go the long way around. I don't see any other way to do it. Alright, looks like I'll just go ahead and go here first.
Mineshaft. That's the source of the signal.
This smells.
I agree. Your probe didn't crash. It was moved here.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a trap. Because there's no other reason why there would be a thermonuclear device here. They had to have known what they got. And they're probably planning on using it to do something, and it ain't good. Really see anything. Okay, that door's locked.
That was a detonator. Someone just screwed us.
Shepard, at last.
I just realized something. In the original version, this guy was a human, and now they turned him to a Turian instead.
You have me at a disadvantage.
You don't remember me. No matter. I remember you. I never forget anyone I've fought. My name is Ilanos Haliat. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed because of you.
You're welcome.
Damnable holding action.
We'll find a way out of here.
I rather doubt that. Goodbye, Shepard.
Orders, Commander.
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
Okay, I gotta disarm them all. Air bomb disarmed. That was another reason why I was stockpiling Omni Gel, was just in case of this quest. Knowing full well I was gonna need it. Looks like I got only 16. It's alright, like I can get more, it's not that hard. I just gotta find my Mako. Okay, it's right there. I try to go this way, make sure they don't see me. If they do detect me, I can just haul ass to the Mako and then hit them with ammo. Oh, good, they don't know that I'm there. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's dead. Alright, Alliat went through all the trouble to draw you here. A pity it ended like this for him, at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio has re-established connection to the Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. And now I can go search the anomalies in the debris. Right, another Turian insignia. Hopefully I can find some metals to survey for extra cash. Alright, I'm done. That was an easy quest. Alright guys, we got quite a bit done and we leveled up to level 18. And we maxed lift and throw. If you like my content, please give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell for more content. Your support's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next vid. Professor Dork out, class dismissed. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.